Hi, I'm Christina Edwards, and I teach nonprofits how to be extraordinary marketers and online fundraisers. So if you're a development director or a communications director, or maybe even a nonprofit executive director, stay tuned for today's video, okay? We're going to talk all about what I've coined as your social street team. So you probably have no idea what I mean by your social street team. So that's okay. So just stay with me here, okay? When I say your social street team, what I mean are those vocal advocates, champions, or supporters. So I want you to think about the first person who always likes your Facebook post. So you're posting for your nonprofit on Facebook about maybe a news story that you were published in, or announcement, or a really cool thing that happened. And there's always that group of supporters that will like and comment and share every time. You know who they are, right? It's like your little mini cheerleaders, right? That's who I want you to think about as your social street team, okay? So that's who they are. But what a lot of nonprofits aren't doing is thinking about what they can do and what a partnership looks like between your social street team and your nonprofit, okay? What they can do and what they're capable of doing is kind of a twist on peer-to-peer fundraising, all right? So what it is it's creating a social street team program where they're fundraising with you, alongside of you. So next time you're running a fundraiser for an upcoming program, let's say, it's not all on you to fundraise. It's not all on you to reach that goal. You have this little army of fundraisers who are propelling everyone to reaching that goal. So let's dive in a little bit deeper, okay? It's all about giving your social street team the tools they need so that when they have that megaphone online, they are leveraging their own community, their own friends, their own family members to support your organization. So they've got the megaphone, right? But we want to give them like the index cards so that they know what to say and do on behalf of your nonprofit, okay? So that's the biggest difference here. And very few nonprofits are doing this successfully, but when they do, that's when we see quote unquote campaigns go viral, or that's when we see a fundraiser where people are blown away by the amount of donations that came in. That is like your social street team making it all happen, okay? So let's say you have a spring event coming up, okay? Whether it's online or in person, you can totally utilize your social street team. Now, what I want to point out here is we are not asking your social street team to become on a committee. We are not tasking them with a bunch of work. We're not asking them to sell sponsorships or get in-kind donations. That's not what your street team should do for your organization. What we're saying is, hey, we're letting you in on this event that's coming up. You might not know that it's happening. We haven't announced it publicly, but we want you to know about it first. I'm going to give you some branded assets. I'm going to let you know when we're rolling it out publicly, and here's my ask for you. And your ask should be something along the lines of, again, them blasting it out to their community in support and giving them all the tools so they've got like their megaphone and their index card, so to speak, of what to say and do on behalf of your organization. It should feel like plug and play. It should feel incredibly easy for the person on your street team. It also should feel like they were, chosen, that they are like part of something cool, part of something that's inside, and not necessarily been completely released to the public yet, right? It's kind of a win-win there. The other thing is, how often should you go to your social street team for help? This is another important distinction. This shouldn't be 24/7 year round where you're like, hey, Julie, I need you to share this again. Hey, Tyson, I need you to share this again. No. They don't work for you. They're not a, full-time person. These are key strategic asks throughout the year. So I want you to think about this program that way. What are the key strategic asks where, wow, we could really use a little bit of a boost here, and that would be amazing. These are our 4 key campaigns, our 4 key fundraisers, and this is when I want to sort of activate the social street team, okay? That's when you want to give it a big push. So another thing I want you to think about is, have you ever been scrolling on Facebook or Instagram and really been influenced online? And I want you to think about if you were influenced by a family member or a friend. Now, it doesn't matter. It could be you were influenced by a lip gloss or a restaurant they shared, or maybe even a social issue. Kind of take a moment to think about that. Has there been a moment where a friend of yours, I'm not talking about about an online personality here. I'm not talking about a celebrity, but a friend or family member shared something. Even a coworker said, this desk chair is amazing, or this podcast is one you've got to listen to, something like that. And you said, I'm kind of intrigued. And you got a little curious. And before you knew it, you took action because of it. You downloaded that podcast. You purchased that lip gloss. You tried out that new restaurant. That is the power of your social street team in the for-profit sector, okay? And that's the power that you can harness for the nonprofit sector. And that is your homework, okay? I want you to take some time after this video and I want you to write a list of 5 to 10 names. I think if you write a list much longer, it's going to feel overwhelming. So I want you to think of 5 to 10 names of people who you can ask to be part of this club, part of your team. And make sure you define what the ask is. If it sounds vague, it's not going to sound exciting. And if it sounds like too much work, they're going to pass, okay? So make it that sweet spot of, I know you support our nonprofit. I know I can always count on you. And here's what I'm thinking about this program. And here's what that would look like for this year. What do you think? Are you in? I would make it so easy for you. And here's how I would make it easy. And really refine your pitch that way. Think about what's in it for them. Think about their why. That's your homework. I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel by clicking the button here. And I'd love it if you'd leave me a comment. Tell me if you've ever, whether consciously or unconsciously, activated your social street team. Here and there, I'll find that there are nonprofits who basically have a social street team, but they didn't realize it. So I'd love to hear that from you today. Is this something you've already been doing and are ready to refine? Or are you having a light bulb moment and you're going to put 5 to 10 people together for this year as your beta test? Let's go. I'll see you next time.